Here we are into a new year, and it's time to give you a market update on what's going on in the national real estate market as well as our own Seattle area market. And just as a heads up, fears of a recession are easing a bit, inventory levels are way down, so competition is high, and projected appreciation is fair, but still in a range that can return double digits on your investment. Hi, I'm Bob Woolverton. I'm with Pure Real Estate in Bellevue, Washington. Here on YouTube, I'm known as your Northwest Realty Advisor. When we come back after this 8-second break, I'll share with you exactly what's going on in the market and why I say you can still get double-digit returns on your investment. So stick around. As we went through last year, there was a lot of talk about a possible recession, and all that chatter made people nervous. And I get it. I'm not suggesting you throw caution to the wind, but let me share with you the latest forecast from the people who are in the know. As an example of that, I want to read to you a quote from Goldman Sachs' 2020 U.S. Outlook. It says, markets sounded the recession alarm this year, and the average forecaster now sees a 33% chance of recession over the next year. In contrast, our new recession model suggests just a 20% probability. So in essence, Goldman Sachs is saying there's a 1 in 5 chance of a recession. Despite the record age of the expansion, the usual late cycle problems, inflationary overheating, and financial imbalances do not look threatening. So right off the bat, that's positive news for the real estate market. But there's more. George Rettiu is a senior economist at Realtor.com, and he has a similar sentiment, and this is what he said. Housing remains a solid foundation for the U.S. economy going into 2020. Now, part of the reason for their optimism by Goldman Sachs and George Rettiu is related to what Freddie Mac recently reported. And Freddie Mac said, we expect mortgage rates to remain low over the next 2 years, averaging 3.8% in 2020 and 2021. And as a matter of fact, there are some experts that think they might even go below that, under 3.5%. So mortgage interest rates are projected to be nice and low for the next 2 years, and that will continue to drive the market. And it's not just Freddie Mac who has positive things to report for this year. If we take a look, Fannie Mae, the Mortgage Bankers Association, and the National Association of Realtors also agree that rates will be between 3.5% and 3.8% this year. So everything looks like it's heading in the right direction. Interest rates are down, looks like we're going to be selling a lot of homes, but there is one challenge. The biggest issue to the housing market we will face in 2020 is an inventory shortage, which is precisely what I wanted to share with you about our local market. Realtor.com just conducted a study, and they said in 2020 we expect inventory to struggle to grow and could instead reach a historic low level. And to be more specific, on a local level, there's a new report that was just released on January 10th by Up for Growth and Eco Northwest that says that between the years 2000 and 2015, Washington State underbuilt housing inventory by 225,600 units. And that's also consistent with a 2018 nationwide study that says in 23 states during that same time period, 7.3 million units were underproduced. And that combines for a huge housing shortage, which means competition for available inventory is going to be tough. But here's some good news related to the financial side of a home purchase. In previous videos, I've mentioned the Home Price Expectation Survey, which is a survey of over 100 economists, market analysts, and real estate experts. And this is what they're projecting, not just for this year, the 2.8% you see, but over 4 years after that, going all the way to 2024. And what we see here is in 2021, they think appreciation is going to slide a little bit, but then we're going to have a slow increase to the normal about 3.5% to 4% rate by 2024. Now, the reason I wanted to share this with you, what they're projecting over the next 5 years, is I want you to see how those projections can impact or benefit a buyer. Now, based upon these projections, if someone buys a home this January for $500,000, and $500,000 is the normal number I use to do these calculations because you can easily do the math in your head with that number. Now, based on these projections you just saw, that means 5 years later, that buyer will have earned $74,013 in equity in their home. So is that a good return on your money? Let's find out. Okay, let's assume the buyer purchases the home with a 5% down payment, which is a $25,000 down payment. Okay, now get your financial calculators out. So we invest $25,000 in the form of our down payment. We set our calculators for 1 period per year because that's what we use when we calculate the return on investment. Our present value is $25,000 minus a negative $25,000 because we just spent or invested $25,000 in the down payment to buy the home. Our future value is going to be $74,013. That's the amount of equity we've earned in our home over the 5-year period. We enter the number of years in the term, and this investment is 5 years, and we press the interest button. And our equity earned on our $25,000 down payment is 24.24% APR. Now, you might ask, well, what about the monthly mortgage payment and property taxes and all the other costs too? Well, that's all money you're going to pay in rent anyway. At least this way you're getting an income tax benefit from the mortgage interest and the property taxes you're paying. But seriously, we can calculate all those numbers too for your specific situation. This is just a high-level overview, but even with these modest numbers of projected appreciation, you can certainly see where you can get a really good rate of return on your money through home ownership. The biggest challenge you're going to have in our local market is the competition for the small amount of inventory that's available on the market right now. But it certainly makes financial sense to figure out a strategy to get into home ownership. If this is something you want to explore, call me and let's figure out the strategy that's right for you to get you into home ownership. I hope you found value in today's video. If you did, click that subscribe button and click that reminder bell. That reminder bell will notify you when I post new videos. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. That's feedback to me that I'm giving you information of value. And finally, please share this link with someone you know who can benefit from the information on this YouTube channel. You can find my email address and my telephone number in the description below and at the end of this video. Call me or email me. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to represent you in your next real estate transaction. I'm Bob Woolverton. I'm with Pure Real Estate in Bellevue, Washington. Here on YouTube, I'm known as your Northwest Realty Advisor. Every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., yes, that's pretty early, but the early bird gets the worm, I post new videos about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, as well as some home tours and listing videos. I'll see you next week.